channel, and good morning. I decided that today we're going to be filming a what I eat in a day video. So as you saw, I filled up my hydro jug. This thing is massive. 73 ounces of water. This really helps me drink enough water throughout the day. I have a new goal for myself that I want to drink a gallon of water a day, so this definitely helps. As you saw, I made my matcha. Some mornings I have coffee still. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But matcha has been my go-to for most days. It's not as hard on my stomach as coffee is, and I feel like the caffeine doesn't affect me as much, so that's a good option. And then as you saw, I also mixed in collagen with my matcha. It just helps with hair, skin, nails, all those kind of things. It's a great supplement to add. The next thing is I always take a multivitamin every morning. This is just a women's multivitamin from the brand Halo Beauty. I find that I don't need to eat when taking this. There's some other supplements I take that I have to take with breakfast, but this one I like to take very first thing so I don't forget. The next part is I always drink this Ningxia Red antioxidant supplement. So it's made with wolfberries and it has essential oils in it. Has a lot of good ingredients, but basically it says that it helps you to sustain energy and to fortify and replenish key nutrients for long-lasting health and wellness. If you've never done research about antioxidants, you definitely should. Basically, when you increase your antioxidants, your body has a higher chance of fighting disease in the body and all those kinds of things. So I take this every morning and I notice a huge difference when I don't take it. I feel like more run down and I feel like I get sick easier when I'm not taking Ningxia. So I try to take that every morning. I can't open this with one hand. Please hold. So I just take a little shot glass. And it tastes pretty good. It just tastes like a fruit juice. So if you can take shots of alcohol, you can take a shot of this. That's my little morning lineup. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my morning routine, and I will catch up with you guys when it's time for breakfast. Guys, so this is breakfast. I get these because the ingredients are really good and I like that it just gives you extra protein, because having protein for breakfast helps you stay fuller longer. And then I add the peanut butter just so that there's a healthy fat. And then of course the blueberries give you, a source of fruit, which is great, antioxidants, fiber, all the good things. And I do put a little bit of maple syrup just to make it taste even better. But yeah, I love making this breakfast because I feel like it's very balanced. It's got carbs, it's got protein, it's got fruit and fiber and peanut butter for the healthy fat. I love it. It's a great breakfast for when you want something sweet. I don't eat the same thing every day. I kind of like, do it based off of how I'm feeling that day. But I do have like, my go-to options that I kind of cycle through. So when I'm in a sweet mood, I usually have this. If I'm in like a more savory mood, I'll have like egg with chicken sausage and like a bagel. Or I'll make like a breakfast sandwich or avocado toast, those kinds of things. If I work out in the morning, then I usually have like a protein shake afterwards. But I don't have just protein and like milk because I feel like that's not enough as like a meal replacement. So I usually add like banana and spinach and peanut butter. Those are usually the breakfasts that I go for. And just to give you a little bit of background on my diet, I don't believe in diets, if I'm being honest. I used to track my food. I would use MyFitnessPal and I would count calories and, oh, let me make sure I get this many grams of protein, this many grams of carbs, and oh, but I can't have too many, and you know, it definitely got to the point where I was a little bit too like obsessive about it. So I kind of weaned myself off of that. I don't want to say I regret the days when I used to count calories and track macros, which is basically like protein, carbs, and fat, because I feel like I learned a lot about food when I did that. I think it's just nice in general just to like know what you're eating. But I was going to the point where I was obsessing over the numbers too much instead of like the quality of what I was eating. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys can relate. I did that for years, like, you know, a few years ago. And I feel like it helped me know, like, okay, as long as I have a good balance of protein, carbs, and fat, and I'm getting fruits and veggies, and I'm drinking water, I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't need to be so strict and like restrictive, like, oh, I can't have white bread, and oh, I can only eat pasta on my cheat days, and I stopped all that. Because we don't need to be restrictive around here. Anything is fair game. Obviously, I try to eat as nutritiously as possible just because it makes you feel good. Especially like if you're active or if you know, have certain health goals, then, you know, it's good to know what's going into your body. So that's kind of my approach to eating. It's not exactly a diet. I guess it's like intuitive eating or flexible dieting, whatever you want to call it. But I basically just eat whatever I want, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I keep it pretty open with my foods. I just try to keep a lot of options at home that I like, and then I can just have the freedom to eat whatever I want. So here's what I'm gonna eat today, and I will catch up with you guys when I have my mid-morning snack. Alright guys, so it's not snack time. It's lunchtime already. Let me take these off. I don't like the glare. Okay. Work just kind of got away from me today, and I didn't even eat a snack. I'll tell you some of my favorite snack ideas later, because I'm sure I'll have an afternoon snack. So we'll talk about snacks later. But for now, it's lunchtime. So this is my throw whatever you like in a bowl lunch. This is kind of a take on like those Buddha bowls that some people post, but it's basically like a build your own bowl concept, and you can kind of mix it up to however you like. I personally use like mixed greens, but you could just do like spinach or lettuce, or you know, and you could just do a different vegetable instead if you want, but I do always like to include a veggie just to get those micronutrients in there. And then, very similar to my breakfast, you want to make sure you have a source of protein. So in this case, I made some chicken in the air fryer over the weekend as my meal prep. So I just threw some chicken in the air fryer with some olive oil spray and some, I think it was adobo seasoning is what I used. For my source of carbs, we got some sweet potato, which again, I meal prepped it in the air fryer. Actually, Josh did the sweet potato for me, because I don't know about you, but I hate cutting sweet potatoes. It's like the most annoying thing ever. I know Josh doesn't like cutting them either, but I usually bribe him some way to do it for me. But yeah, you just cut up sweet potato, put whatever seasoning you want, throw it in the air fryer, and then you're good to go. So that's my source of carb. And then I used half of an avocado as my source of healthy fats. And then to spice it up a little bit, I put some red onion, because I personally love like raw red onion. I know to some people that's gross, but I love it. And then I added some honey mustard. You could add whatever dressing you wanted, or you know, any kind of seasoning or vinaigrette or something. But yeah, you just mix it all together and you get this delicious bowl. It's one of my favorite lunches. And then it's great because you can mix it up with whatever you have. So like if you have shrimp instead of chicken, you could do that. If you have like rice, you could use that. If you wanted to use zucchini instead of greens, like it's very customizable, so that's why I like it. And it's perfect for days like today where I didn't get to eat a snack and work is really busy today. I'm actually probably gonna have to take this to my desk and keep working while I eat, but super filling, very balanced, very nourishing. It's exactly what I needed. If you're someone who hates when your food touches, you're probably cringing at this lunch idea, and I'm sorry, but I'm the kind of eater where I like to mix everything together. comment down below. Are you someone who has to keep your food separate, or do you like to mix it together? But I will see you guys right back here at snack time. Okay, it is 4 o'clock. It's a little late for my afternoon snack, but it's just been a busy day. I have finished my first Hydro Drug, so I'm gonna refill it so I can try and finish the second one by the time I go to bed. Sorry for the glare on my glasses, you guys. Okay, there. So for my snack, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna have a protein bar. I'm just gonna have one of these Lara bars. It's a fruit and nut bar. Just 4 ingredients, peanut butter, chocolate chip. So I really like these. These are also a really great pre-workout snack. All right guys, so this is dinner. This is not a typical dinner during the week, I have to say. We usually cook. We'll usually make like chicken or pork or fish with some kind of like side vegetable. My fries are magically disappearing. Anyway, we usually cook something that's kind of similar to my other meals. We make sure to have like a carb, a veggie, and a protein, yada, yada, yada. Well, these are leftovers. Technically not even leftovers because I didn't get to eat any of it when we ordered it over the weekend, and I didn't want them to go bad. So I'm eating these tonight and I'm gonna enjoy every bit of it. For dinner, I'm eating some boneless wings and fries from, it's actually called The Wing Experience, but it's actually through Smoky Bones. But I guess it's like online only, so we did it through DoorDash. Josh ate his the night we ordered it and he really liked it. So I'm excited. I got 2 flavors. I got garlic parmesan. I always get garlic parmesan. And then I got mustard barbecue. These fries are really good. They're like the crinkle cut. I reheated them in the air fryer and I put some seasoned salt on them. Really good. Let's try the mustard barbecue. Mmm. Wow, that's really good. It has a slight kick, but I think it's just because the breading itself is peppery. I don't think it's from the sauce. They don't put very much sauce. That's the only downside. I like a very saucy wing. And they're kind of skimpy with the sauce. So I think next time I'll get like extra sauce on the side or something. Let's try the garlic parm. It's giving me like shrimp scampi kind of vibes. Like it's what? Like a garlic butter sauce instead of like a wing sauce. I think if it was on like a bone-in wing, it would taste better. But garlic butter on chicken nuggets, a boneless wing, is kind of weird. But yeah, that's it for dinner. If I'm still hungry after this, or if I want a sweet treat, I will let you guys know.
2 hours later.
Hi guys. So, I am not hungry. That dinner was definitely very filling, so no dessert tonight, but I am going to show you guys the supplements that I take at nighttime. So I always take a vitamin D. This one is vitamin D3. This is good for maintaining strong bones and supporting your immune system. So I always take this every night. Josh does too. And then I always take a probiotic just to help with digestion. This one is specifically for women. It also has cranberry added to it for urinary health and vaginal health. It supports the immune system. Also, it has prebiotics, probiotics, improves digestive regularity. So I always take this at nighttime. And then something new that I'm starting to incorporate into my routine is an omega-3, just because this is not in my multivitamin, so it's, you know, just an extra thing to add. And then when I'm not using the collagen that I talked about this morning, I do have these hair, skin, and nails vitamins, but I'm not gonna take one tonight because I already have the collagen today. But yeah, that's my nighttime lineup. And pretty much finished with this baby. So that's a gallon of water down. And I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for bed. Thank you guys for joining me on this what I eat in a day. I hope to do more food videos like this just because I find it really interesting. and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment down below with any future video requests, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.